Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick tutorial about uh, line traces hitting certain objects. So I've seen people ask about having their line traces hit certain objects or run code when it hits a certain object. So I just wanted to make something quick about that. All right. So I made these three actors. They're just basic actors. And I made a interface and a character. So the character has a line trace that just goes from the camera forward, and once it hits an actor, it sends an interface function to them. Okay, and all the interface function does is print string the name variable that we have here. Okay, so we'll just play it quickly. So we go to the sphere, it says sphere. We go to the square, it says square. And go to the cone, it says cone. So you may have a game where you run code, but when you go to squares, you only want the code to run and to print on the squares. So you don't want to see spheres or cones at all. So I'll show you two ways we can go about that. So one way is if we go into the square actor, go to class settings and type in tag. Class default, and type in tag, and we add a tag that says square. Okay, then go back to your character, pull from the actor or the hit actor, and type in has tag. Okay, so we'll get the actor has tag, and we want to type in square, hold B and left click to get a branch, and we plug that into the condition. Okay, so if we press play, we go to the sphere. Okay, it's the square is the parent actor, our parent class. So we need to remove the tag from the other two. Okay. So we go to the sphere, you see nothing happens. We go to the cone, nothing happens. Then we go to the square, and it sees that it has the tag. So it's running the code. So let's go back to the character here. So I'm going to make this a bit longer and put the line trace on consistent here. So the difference is if we do it this way, the line trace is technically still hitting, right? So it's still running up to this part of the code. So every time it hits the sphere, even if it's not doing the rest of it, is running this. So you may not want to run anything at all, just to save like a little bit more memory. So what we want to do for that, so let's take the tag off here. Is we want to go to edit, project settings, and the search here, type in object, and we want to add a new object channel. Okay, so an object channel is pretty much a it's kind of like a search category for vision or collision. And you can pick an object that you want vision or collision to actually hit. So let's type in cone. And we want the default response to be blocked, so you can block the vision. Okay, if we close that out and we go to the cone, let's click the static mesh and type in collision. And the object type, normally it would be a, I think, world dynamic, but we want to change that to cone. So if we go to the sphere, click the static mesh, type collision. Okay, yes, so world dynamic. So that's normally what it is here. So if we go back to your character and we delete line trace by channel, we want to line trace by object. So we'll keep the same parameters for the start and end, but on the object type, we want to pull from that and type in make array. So this is what we want to look for, what objects we want to look for. And we can click cone. Alright, and we'll keep the code the same here. So what this does is it looks for objects that are cones. So if we go to the sphere, we see nothing happens. Let's make it persistent again. Okay. So nothing happens. And then we see that even if it's going through it, it's not seeing it at all whatsoever. We're not getting any hits on it. Same thing for the square. But for the cone, it recognizes that as an object. Okay. So if you have any game where you want to just hit certain objects, you can set up a new object channel. You can give it a particular tag, and you'll only hit that object, and that will save just a tiny bit of memory that it doesn't have to compute, like trying to figure out what this is. It can just not see it whatsoever. Okay. Alright, so I hope that was helpful, guys. I'll make little short tutorials that help with just the basics of being able to start your own code here. And I used a blueprint interface here, so I wouldn't have to cast. So if you don't want to cast to an actor, you can actually do this step here, a blueprint interface, and connecting that to the hit actor and using a message. Alright, see you later, guys.